Tomac different, all right? He trains in a place where you can't breathe, so everywhere he goes is an advantage. And then his bike can't breathe. So, but the bike can turn this week, and that's the beast mode Tomac. When I notice beast mode Tomac, it's when he can turn the crap out of the bike. I see Joe Schmoda and Tom Vial kind of in that same, like they quiet but deadly. Silent but deadly like a fart. I said it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Trackside. It's your boy Cinema J here, and man, playoff round 2, Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. I wouldn't say the jumps were bigger, but something was bigger. That was the heat, evidently. If you were at that race, put it below in the comments. How bad really was the heat? I'm hearing temperatures like we get kind of in North Carolina, and that's hot. And nobody's bike blew up, so that's good, right? But man, what a round. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys hate it? I mean, if you hate it, man, are you a dirt bike fan? Are you a motocross fan? Are you a supercross fan? Are you a super motocross fan? Like, come on, man, it was some good racing to me. Now, I ain't gonna lie, it takes a lot to, like, for me to not like something, but I feel like the track was kind of underwhelming. But anyways, we'll get into that. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, be sure to subscribe, comment below, like the video, share it if you enjoyed it. And yeah, let's get into it. Welcome to Trackside. All right, guys, so first off, let's get into the results, which were, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember the results. You can always rely on RacerXOnline.com to give you some preem accurate results. All right, 450 results. Hunter Lawrence, finally. Chase Exon and Jett Lawrence. Eli Tomac, solid 4th. And my boy Cooper Webb, NC, stand up, top 5. I think this is a good race. I'm just gonna kind of briefly touch on top 5 here. With K-Rock, Plessinger, Anderson, Ferrandis, and Colt Nichols rounding out the top 10. That's pretty good. Now, Cooper Webb, I did not see this fit he had on in Charlotte. Now, he didn't really represent us in North Carolina like that, but that fit he had on, it was tough. I ain't see the Carolina Panther back there. Now, they some trash, I wouldn't say two, because Cooper Webb ain't trash, you know. Some of y'all might think that. The boy got 2 titles in Supercross. Come on, he ain't trash. But the Carolina Panthers is trash, all right? We all know that, but boy, that was tough. He was in Charlotte, like, that's hard. Like, who else represent like that? Like, my boy Cooper Webb, you look at, he look like he from North Carolina. Like, we just built different out here, man. So that was tough. That's really pretty much all I got to say about Cooper Webb. No, I was just messing. No, yo, this race was good for him. Worked on his starts, great. Like, I feel like if you're a top guy in 450 class and you ain't nailing your starts, then what are you doing? And I think for him, the bike was working good. It's just for Cooper Webb, I'm gonna be honest, I ain't said this yet, but I think what holds Cooper Webb back, not even hold him back, cause like, it was a point in the first race, I was like, you removed Jett and Hunter, and you got like the last 5 years, Tomac and Webb up front, right? So Webb is just gritty, he's gonna grind it out, he's fit, and he knows how to ride a dirt bike. But I feel like with I don't even think it's fitness, which he still get back into it, but I feel like, I'm gonna just say it's just his technique, his form, man. Like, it's pretty good, but his footwork, I believe, could be better. Just from what I see with, like, now, mind you, hey, he'd dust me any time of the day, night, wherever. But compared to Jett, Tomac, Hunter, the guys he could beat, even Chase, like, I feel like Cooper Webb's footwork could be better. His overall technique could be better, and that could maybe get him to a position where he could ride the bike more efficiently and maybe do better, man. I don't know. Look, I'm just telling you what I see, and his toes are constantly pointing out, all right? I don't know, man. Like, I see, let's talk about top 4. Tomac, Jett, Chase, and Hunter, like, when they ride these bikes, these 450s, man, have y'all ridden a 450 before? Oh my goodness, those things are crazy. And like, they're riding them, making it look like they 252 strokes out there, you know? So it's just technique. And I feel like these guys can ride at a different speed because of their technique on the bike. That's just my opinion. where they don't look like they're riding, well, Jett and Hunter don't look like they're riding super fast, but they're the fastest guys out there, clearly. They're like always at the top, but, well, I was about to say top 2, but Chase is as strong as an ox. He's like an ox on a bike. I just saw in Gypsy Tales, his trainer saying, oh, Chase doesn't need steroids. He's just like, no, dude is built, all right? For a dirt bike rider, like, he's pretty solid. Like, Malcolm Stewart, I would say, is the other kind of physical specimen in the sport, but Chase, I mean, look at him. He looks so strong on the bike, and his technique is pretty good. It's just, he does a few things, and I think a few guys, Johnny Hopper and some other guys, point this out, where he just tucks that butt in, and he gets it going like that, but it's like, Jett and Hunter always neutral, and just feet are where they need to be on the bike, and that just helps the bike work better. So, in my opinion, I think that's why Chase had a lot of tuck in the front issues the last few years, just because he was just overriding the bike and using his physicality. But Jett and Hunter, man, that bike can do whatever it wants and they can put it wherever they want because of the style technique. Now, Tomac, different breed. Tomac different, all right? He trains in a place where you can't breathe. So everywhere he goes is an advantage. And then his bike can't breathe. So, but the bike can turn this week, and that's the beast mode Tomac. When I notice beast mode Tomac, it's when he can turn the crap out of the bike, man. Like, my guy was turning the bike in places where nobody else was turning the bike. Like, what I mean is, this sand section, they turning, right? But Tomac was turning. He was turning it down for what? Like, he was scrubbing in the sand. Like, my boy was just out there putting the bike where he wanted to, and that was a difference maker. So, and Tomac, right? Fitness, his technique has gotten better throughout the years as well, which has helped him go faster and also be safe. So I think Tomac is that, he's got that style of aggression, but also good technique at the same time. He's always neutral too. Foot position is great, on the balls of his feet, toes pointed in, and I don't know, man. Jett and Hunter though, the brothers, my goodness, these dudes, they're special. This is like crazy for the sport. And what was up at the end, if you go back and watch the broadcast, at the end, like, now Jett did have a sticky attitude, all right? I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't feeling that. My kids are watching, like, what's wrong with him? I was like, I didn't want to really say because they don't understand. Like, so I do feel like it shows a lot of character. Like, yeah, you can be upset. Like, I've seen James and them upset super hot, after a race, after they crash or something. But it's like, come on, man. You're on the box and you're great. Dude, you're like got the #1 plate. Like, so I understand he was bummed, but like from last week showing like, oh, I won, and yeah, and then this week it's like, when you're that guy, you're the top guy, people do look at that and it just speaks to your character. So Jett, look, you still that dude, man. Look, you were out there looking great, and kudos to Jett because he could have ridden in that first race, he could have like ridden to the point where we've seen guys just take each other out. But like, he held up in spots, let Tomac go, and he just brought it in the second race, which, is what it is. Still didn't work out. He didn't get a start. So these guys are doing what they need to do to get in front of the Hunters and the Jetts, or I meant the Lawrences. They're doing what they need to do, at least, to get in front of the Lawrences. But like Dylan Ferrandis, these guys, they got good starts. Anderson, but they just, I don't know, man. They ain't got what they got. They ain't got it. They just ain't got it. So let me know what you guys think about the 450 results. I was excited. I screamed this race. My 1-year-old was on my lap trying to sleep and she couldn't because I just kept screaming. It was great. That first race, amazing. Seeing Tomac come through, catch the I don't know what I want to call them, the brothers, the Hunter, the Lawrence, the Lawrences, it was just great because he's the only one we see doing that. So, man, love it. I know y'all loved it, and I know everybody wanted to see Tomac just win because that's just great. It's just when you see one person or a group of people winning all the time, it's great to see the underdog come up, and that's crazy. We calling Tomac an underdog, but he is, okay? He is. All right, next, let's get into the 250s. So, 250s, boom, bang, bing, hey indeed. I was about to just log off. Hayden Deegan is owning the class. I believe next year, I was telling my wife, who doesn't care. I was like, look, Hayden Deegan next year, gonna get a Supercross title. If he doesn't get hurt, crash, injured, he's going to get a motocross title, come back with the #1 plate. He's gonna win Super Motocross again. He's gonna go to the Nations. He's gonna help us win that, hopefully. And he's gonna move up to 450s. And we're just gonna see Jett and Deegan. Like, come on. Like, at this rate, the 250s, like, you know it's bad when the broadcast don't even show the first place rider. Like, I mean, he was doing whatever he wanted to do. It don't matter. It don't matter where it was, when it was. He got starts, check. He took control of the race, check. He didn't let the track conditions affect him, which were terrible. Like, man, you see the blue groove afterwards on his Instagram? That was crazy. Like, I couldn't imagine riding on that, man. Like, and then he said it, a lot of guys said it, they were ready to be done with that track. So that speaks to this track. Like, it was a tough, tricky track, and these guys were out there riding, making it look easy. So, man, much props to all these guys. Just goes to show that the level they're all on. But enough of Hayden Deegan. Tom Vial, Joe Shimoda. They rode great. Tom Vial, the dude is just so silent. Like, he's a silent dude, man. Like, he does so good, you don't even know. Like, before looking at the results, I forgot he was second. Like, my boy just out there just doing what he needs to do. He clicks off his laps, he rides like a champion he is, and he gets it done. He should be #2. My boy got a Supercross title. But, and he wasn't too far from Deegan, but I think Deegan was managing in that second race, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of catching up, Tom Vial, but these guys just, if you're not willing to go out there and do something different on the track with your line choices, riding style, I just don't see you beating Hayden Deegan right now. And Vial, he's doing what he needs to do to beat everybody else except for Hayden Deegan. So I don't know if he's gonna put something together on the little time off we got into Supercross next year. But man, he's gotta do something different. Ride more aggressively. I don't know what to say to beat Hayden Deegan. Joe Shimoda, I love Joe Shimoda. I love him. I had him doing way better this year, but hey, he's on a new bike. I give that to him. He's doing better than Levi Kitchen because he beat him. Joe Shimoda looked great. I like the old school kit, the fit. That was awesome, looked cool. I think Honda, they had the best look this weekend. I mean, everybody else kind of chill. I ain't gonna lie, Hayden Deegan, that Thor outfit with the #1 red plate, all that was just tough. Even though everybody wore it, but his just looked different. But Honda though, the bikes look good. That was cool. But Joe Shimoda looked good. I think for the fact that my boy just broke his collarbone and he came out and waxed top 20 in the world, come on, man. That's impressive. That's impressive. So, and he was doing pretty good. I mean, if he would got better starts, then I could have seen him second. I see Joe Shimoda and Tom Vial kind of in that same, like, they quiet but deadly. Silent but deadly like a fart. I said it. That's it for 250 class. We got Levi Kitchen, Julian Boumer. Boumer, hey, top 5. Hey, I don't know if he still got his phone, but hey, top 5, that's not bad. Rookie, that's not bad, man. That's not bad. You beat a lot of good guys. Hey, I want to shout out Pierce Brown. My boy was moving through the pack from last to 7th overall. Well, 5th in the second moto, but 7th overall. That's great, man. That's great because you just don't see that so much nowadays, man. There's so many guys are good. To see a guy go from last to top 10, like anything inside the 10 is pretty good, man. He had to pass a lot of guys. And Todd Masterpool, happy that he got that full ride next year. Wanted to shout that out. He's a believer in Christ. I love that. I am too. And praise the Lord. Hey, I'm so happy that this man has a full ride next year because he deserves it. Like, man, I'm just happy for him. Bummed at what happened to him in the race, but got good starts each time, but I'm hoping he can bounce back in Vegas, baby. Let's go Las Vegas. And you already know, next section, getting into Racecraft. When it comes to Racecraft, in this one, let's just look at it. My standard for this track specifically was for how slippery it is. It took people out. Y'all see Thrasher? I hate it when I see dudes just like crash all the time. And like, that's all they do. And that's what they kind of known for. I feel so bad for these dudes, man. I felt terrible for Nate Thrasher. Dude is nice on a bike. I like him with Star. But like, when I see that keep happening, I was like, oh man, my boy about to lose his ride. This is his career on the line. He gonna be like privateer or something like that. Like, I be thinking that, man. So I be feeling bad for the dudes. I'm like, I know they gotta perform, man. And Thrasher is good, yo. He's good, but the track was better. So I hope he's okay. Man, like, he could come out next race and just win it. Like, we all know that. Thrasher is good, so I hope he's okay. And then RJ Hampshire. Oh man, he got 18th overall. Oh my goodness. I feel bad for RJ. But the tracks, Racecraft was craftier than they were. Hayden Deegan, once again, 250s, I gotta give it to Hayden, man. He was the only one you see out there doing something different, jumping something different. Like I just said it last week, like, if you're gonna win, you're gonna have to do something even more different than this dude, or at least do what he's doing. So we can see that in the 450 class, and I ain't gonna spend much time talking about it because he got whole shots, and he's just the better rider than the 250 class. Fight me if you disagree. Jett Lawrence, Hunter Lawrence, they look the same out there. Rightfully so, they should. They look great on a dirt bike. Like I said, you know, just neutral spine. The hips are tilted. They're on their toes. The form is just great. Now, I don't know, man. I gotta say, Hunter did his thing. The fact that Hunter held off Tomac and Jett, like, I feel like Tomac was holding up Jett to get back around Hunter, but hey, he stalled the bike. So, I don't know what happened with that. He blamed it on ECU, so I'm sure they'll figure that out. But Hunter looked good, man. I like his style. I just feel like with Hunter and Jett, the differences are, like, Jett got that little bit more where it's like, I'm gonna take it there a little bit more and I'm still gonna be in control of the bike. Whereas Hunter he's giving me like Ricky Carmichael vibes. Like, I'm good and you don't know what I'm doing that's different, that's so good, it makes me so fast, but I'm doing it. And that was Hunter Lawrence. Like, good form, good technique on the bike, and you needed that on a track like this. So that's why I keep talking about technique here, because it was slippery. The faces of the jumps were like ice. You saw how many people got taken out from that tunnel jump, just sliding off of that thing. So they were doing that on a 450, man. Much, like, big props to Hunter for just holding off a Tomac and a Jett. I think it should go to him. Like, he was super crafty, did what he needed to do, chose the best lines, handled the 450 how it needed to be handled, and he had good fitness, man. It was so hot out there, and like, he was good. Even after the race, my boy got out there, he did a whole post interview with the boys, and he got the overall. He was looking good out there. Did y'all see Tomac out of that first race? My boy looked like how I would probably look out there with 3 kids and racing in 100-degree weather on a 450 for 2 20-minute motos. Oh my goodness. Hey, Tomac he's there. If Tomac gets a start, y'all let me know. Can he win still? Like, if the other guys don't finish well, does Tomac have a chance to win the title for the Super Motocross? I don't know about that. I gotta give it to Hunter. That's it, my craftiness award. Look at the jumps he was hitting. Look at the turns he was doing. Look at how he held off a beast mode Tomac. I don't know if he pressured Jett. I don't know. I think Jett made Jett lose. That was just that. But we're gonna give it to Hunter. Shout out, Hunter Lawrence. Hunter, there you go. All right, guys, just a quick wrap up. I'll talk way too long. I don't know, just talking. If you like hanging out with me, what are you doing? If you haven't subscribed, man, come on, just
subscribe.
Yeah, yo, this was great. I was a little underwhelmed with the track. It's so different, right? There was no rhythm section, right? It was more motocrossy, but we had some triples, had a slight rhythm section. You know, it was a safer track, but also difficult because it was slippery, it was hot outside, and that was that. But I think the racing was good. We didn't get to see Deegan come through the pack, so 250s were kind of like, but with all the crashes and just the Tommy Al, Joe, they just did what they needed to do, but everything going on behind them, that's what I would say was exciting. 450s, hey, that first race was great. I ain't gonna lie. The first race had me screaming. The second race was just like, you know, Chase Sexton is out front and he's just going to, it was kind of like the 250 race with Deegan. Chase is up front and these guys are battling in the back. So, it is what it is. But Chase, he did what he needed to do finally. I just realized I ain't even talking about him until now. But I think we all just expect more from Chase, man. We just expect more from him. But I'm just happy he got it together the second race. Clearly, with Supercross suspension, they figuring it out. So hey, is this a sign? Because Chase finally looked good on, I guess what we're calling Supercross component suspension, whatever. For Chase, he just gotta get starts. I would love to see Chase battle with Jett. I think we're gonna see that next week in Las Vegas. What do you guys think? What do you guys wanna see? What do you guys want me to talk about? We're gonna come up with some different things to talk about. For now, I love the sport of motocross, supercross, super motocross, and if you do too, let me know below. What was the most exciting things that you saw? What some things that I didn't cover that you want me to cover next time? Share the video, like it, and I think I already said subscribe, but because it's free, subscribe again, hit the notification bell. I ain't say that the first time, but I gotta go. I got a family to get to. Peace, love you guys, thank you guys. I'm out. It's Cinema J from Trackside.